Hi YouTube, this is that time of the week again. First, I would like to give a shout out to Joseph and Alex. Thank you guys for your kind words and your encouragement. Well, you didn't really encourage me, but what you did give me a lot of encouragement. And I really wish I were like you guys at your age, because you guys started really early, and I didn't really do that much. I did a little bit, but I was just too scared and accumulated most of my money in cash. And the little bit that I did actually turned out to be, did in the stock market, it would turn out to be pretty good over the years, which made me feel even worse about not doing more. So I think you guys are doing great, and by watching your video, I also learned quite a bit of things, and I feel like we're kind of this small community that we can help each other out. So that's very nice of you guys. Anyway, so this week it's kind of another bloody week, and I can't even look at my 401k now. But think about that I'm not gonna be retiring for another, a few decades or so. I'm not too worried, and just this evening I noticed this news that the Fed is cutting interest rate again, which is a little surprising because the last cut of 50 bips was just a few days ago. At least it feels like just a few days ago. And now we are cutting to almost zero. It's not really zero rate. It's in the zone of 0 to 25 bips, but it's basically zero now because there's really no room for another cut unless they want to go negative like in Japan. But anything is possible. They probably will end up doing that at some point. I don't know. So that got me thinking, what's gonna happen next? Right now, the future is already down by over 1,000 points with Dow, and I I'm pretty sure tomorrow morning is gonna be really ugly. Uh, but at the same time, I know the bright side is you can probably buy a lot of great stocks at discount. The only problem is we don't know if he's gonna be discounted even further in the next few weeks or even month. So I would need to make some changes to my plan and at least how I'm gonna do this. So the first thing is I'm gonna take more, spend more time researching the various stocks. And in terms of dividend stocks, I would do things I have been doing, which is limiting most of my dividend stocks in my HSA and Roth IRA account, because dividend is taxed at ordinary income. So I think for people who are just starting out, their salary is not that high. The tax bracket is pretty in the lower tax bracket. It's probably okay. If your effective tax rate is in the 15% ish, then the ordinary income tax is probably not such a big deal. And but if you are in a higher tax bracket, then that could make a lot of a big difference. And besides, it's actually a lot of pain to file for tax when you have all these things. Like I want to limit in my individual account. I don't really want to have that many dividend stocks. I want to keep it mostly in the growth stock area. So for my HSA and Roth IRA, which is going to be taxed tax-free, I'm still gonna focus on for the VYM, which is the high dividend Vanguard high dividend stock ETF. I've been holding it for a very long time, and I buy it every once in a while. And for HSA accounts, because there's a limit of how much you can contribute. I think it's somewhere around 3,800 or something a year. So it's less than $200 per paycheck. So like 100 something. So my plan would be just buy this probably one share at a time, and then there are some stocks that have had pretty stable dividend payment over the years. For example, AT&T, I have all the confidence that it's gonna stick around for a long time. And also, I want to look into start buying some stocks from the insurance industry. Right now, it is hit pretty bad, probably even worse than some other industries, because for in the insurance industry, the coronavirus is implying that more people are gonna die, so they're gonna pay out more death benefit for insurance policies, and at the same time, for their investment, for their products that has an investment element, such as certain annuities, because of this market, they won't really have much room for profit. So they're gonna get hit in two ways. But the death benefit, the mortality part, I think it's people are overestimating how bad it's gonna be, because insurance company don't just sell life insurance policies. They also have annuities, and for annuity products, when people die early, insurance companies are actually going to make money out of that. So their insurance policies and the annuity products are actually natural hedge of each other. So if they lose money on the life insurance side, they're going to make money out of the annuity side. So in that sense, insurance company is not going to be affected as bad as people think by the virus, by the pandemic. On the investment side, eventually I think they're gonna bounce back. The interest rate is not gonna stay this low, and eventually it's gonna go up. So insurance company will start making money again. So that's why I'm saying things like stocks like Manulife at a really low price. I think I will start buying them in my HSA and Roth IRA, because even when at its when the price when it was before it was hit, it was already paying the yield was already like above 5% or around 5%. Now when you're buying it at such a lower price, you can get a much better yield. So that's what I'm gonna look into. And same goes with the oil stocks such as BP and ExxonMobil. They got hit pretty bad as well, and I will buy them with caution. I will buy, because right now, because the commission is free, you can just buy one share at a time and then just see how it goes. That's what I've been doing. So that's for Roth IRA and HSA. And then I also have some individual accounts. That's I'm focusing on. I'm working on spending more time doing research on what I need to buy as growth stocks in individual account. when I look at my when I was preparing for my tax last year, I realized I didn't sell anything at all from my individual account. There were some capital gain distribution from this account and small amount of dividend. That's it. I didn't have any sales at all. I was just buying a few shares here and there at the time, and I am pretty happy with how it turned out, even though it didn't look that good last week and the week before. But in the long term, I think it's gonna pay off pretty nicely. And then the last topic is probably real estate. A lot of people are saying, yeah, with this low interest, we should be able to refinance our house and the housing market will get a boost. But the thing is, the economy is going to get hit pretty bad. It's already being, it's already been impacted quite badly, and it will only get worse with at least in the next few months because of all the slowdown of a lot of things, especially for people in the service industry. So that will eventually, I think my prediction is there will be more foreclosures because people can't really make the mortgage payments. And then also when people can't really work, they they probably won't be able to have that money to pay down for the house for the house and may not even be able to afford rental at the price that they can previously afford, so they probably have to downsize and move to cheaper places. So I don't really think the market for real estate is going to be that good for the foreseeable future. So I'll be really careful with the rate ETFs, and then I will also well, actually I opened up a Fundrise account just a few weeks ago, but fortunately I only have about $1,000 in there. So I will probably start buying some of the rate stocks, I mean ETFs, or some real estate related stocks in the near future, not right away, but I will slowly start building things up with those. Uh, so that's the thought I have today, and I'll probably have some more. I'll do some more research in the next couple of weeks to see, and also depends on how the market goes. I'll make certain adjustment again. So that's it for this time, and hopefully things will turn out better for all of us. You know, the virus will be gone and the market will be back. That's in the fantasy world, but anyway, just keep positive. I think that's the only thing, that's the best thing we can do right now. All the panic, all that doesn't help anybody. So, all right, have a good weekend and take care next week.